Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome to Agri SILVI. There is one 6th International Conference on Agriculture for Sustainable Development, and I presented my thesis topic in this seminar. So let's see.
So here we can see that the paper industry is a $450 billion market in world, and you can see our consumption of paper is around 400 million ton. Along with that, Asia you can see 190 million ton alone. So by 2050, one estimate is that the consumption of paper is going around 700 million ton to 900 million ton. So surprisingly, you can see for only 1 ton of paper required 4 tons of pulpwood. That's why you can imagine how much amount of pulpwood is required. So here is the Indian condition that our consumption is very high as compared to production. So there is no scope for export, but China having very high export facility. And in our country, maximum areas is under reserve forest, so there is no scope for raw material cultivation. It is only produced from farmers. Our leading paper companies like ITC and JK, they are providing quality material to farmers, and farmers are producing and providing them. This is happening in our condition, developing country. So here comes to mind to how to fill that gap between demand and consumption. So here is the way. We have to plant fast-growing species, which is already practiced from many years, like eucalyptus and that subabul, and some fast-growing species are there, which are already being practiced. So we have to introduce more because we have to fulfill the demand. That's why I am introducing that Columbia species, which is related to eucalyptus, which is native to Australia, Eastern Australian region, that is in the Queensland region. And we have to also manage that silviculture intervention is required. We have to manage those species under short rotation. So we are taking only 4 years because eucalyptus and Columbia-like species need only 4 years to give better pulp. Then obviously tree improvement trials must be go on to find out the best trait. So here are my objectives. As I told before that fiber and vessel I have to analyze, and based on that fiber morphology I have to decide that factors and ratios I have to derive, and on the basis of ratios and factor we have to say that which one is the best for pulp and paper. Then obviously site comparison must be there because for tree improvement that genetic as well as environmental effect must be there. So we are taking 2 sites. That one is Prakasam district of Andhra Pradesh, another one is West Godavari district of Andhra Pradesh. One is higher rainfall areas, and another one is irrigated. So there we will compare site. So in materials and method, we are taking seed lots from Commonwealth Industrial Research Organization from Australia, and we are going that into 2 districts. As I said, that 2 districts, one is West Godavari, another one is Prakasam. So having different climatic parameters, there we are going, and after going 4-year plant, we are analyzing in our laboratory day. So we are taking that species from CSIRO because as it is indigenous to Australia, so we are taking Columbia species from that. Then taxa, we are studying 4 taxa, that is Torreliana and Cincrodora, and one interspecific Columbia hybrid which was developed by ITC. So that interspecific Columbia hybrid we are taken to compare between these 3. So total number of families we have taken, 45 maternal families we have taken in West Godavari, as well as 45 families we have taken that Ongol. So we are comparing those families. And we all know that maceration, we are following Seuss method because we have a large number of samples to be macerated. That's why we are using Seuss method. And so for fiber length, we are taking 4x resolution, and for fiber diameter and lumen, fiber wall thickness and lumen diameter, we are taking 40x resolution. And for vessel diameter and lumen, we are taking 10x resolution. So these are the observations. Fiber morphologies are length, diameter, lumen diameter, and wall thickness. From this fiber morphology, we are deriving those ratios and factors, that Onkel ratio and Sanders ratio, so that we can say that which one is good for paper and pulp industry. Then vessel morphology has that much impact on paper, but that absorbing capacity will be decided by our vessel morphology, that we will discuss in subsequent slides. So as I said that after calculating fiber morphology, then only we can decide these ratios and factors. So Ronkel ratio must be less than 1 to qualifying for pulp and paper. and it is less than 1 means the strength of paper determines. And fiber slenderness ratio must be more than 60, and if it is more than 60, then seed formation can be easy, because seed formation is a basic step for paper production. Then fiber flexibility coefficient, actually it indicates the bonding between fibers in paper, and that must be varies between 0.5 to 0.7 to qualify for a good quality pulp. Then Lucy's step factor must be low, so that it has a good quality. We'll move to result and discussion. So here you can see that if we are comparing 4 taxa, we saw there is significant difference, and the Runkel ratio values are less than 1 in taxa 1 and the taxa 2, that is Corumbia hybrid and Corumbia torreliana taxa. So here we can see Corumbia hybrid and Corumbia torreliana is good as compared to other in case of Runkel ratio and fiber slenderness ratio, because fiber slenderness ratio is more than 60 only in case of Corumbia hybrid, and if you are comparing between sites, only Runkel ratio and Lucy's step factor show significant difference, and other two are not showing any significant difference. That means these two parameters have no environmental effect at all. So this is the that previous slide is comparison between taxa, and here is the comparison between families. As I told, there are 45 families of West Godavari, and we are taking as 45 families of Ongole. So we are doing that GMRT test, so that we can say that these families are ATPAR group. So all ATPAR group families, I make a circle. There you can see some CT families and some CH and some CCB families are within this group. Because the Runkel ratio is very low, so these families can be considered as a good raw material. So like this in fiber slenderness ratio, these families Corumbia hybrids, and here also some families of Corumbia hybrid and CCC, Corumbia citrodora and variegata, we are taken into consideration. Here you can see one common thing: Corumbia hybrid and Corumbia torreliana are common in if we are considering Runkel ratio, fiber slenderness ratio, or fiber flexibility coefficient we are considering. Fiber flexibility coefficient we are considering. So here you can see that CH, Corumbia hybrid, and CT, Corumbia torreliana, are having all desirable ratios and factors to qualify for a good pulp. So this is step factor also the same thing, saying that some families of CT, some families of CH, and some families of CCB is showing the great result. So finally, whatever we compare between taxa or whether we compare between families, we find that two taxa, that is hybrid and torreliana, is having superior than others, and we found that Corumbia torreliana having very poor growth. As we have already seen in Andhra Pradesh, the growth is very poor. That already published that Corumbia hybrid is the best for pulp and paper production, because Corumbia torreliana is rejected that due to that poor growth. So only one is remaining, Corumbia hybrid. Among taxas, if you are considering families, so these are the ATPAR groups. Among these ATPAR groups, CS3 family is common. So CS3 family is considered as a superior family on the basis of all the ratios and factors. Okay, conclusion. So I am moving to conclusion. Okay, conclusion. So Corumbia hybrid is found the superior one, and CS3 is the best family one, and Corumbia torreliana is found superior than others, but due to poor growth, it is rejected. Then Corumbia hybrid in West Godavari condition is showing good, because West Godavari condition having more than torreliana. Generally, commercial cultivation is due to that specific eucalyptus camelidulcis that currently is commercially packaged. So that is also 4-year plant, and this Corumbia also 4-year plant. So we are taking that as fast one, so that we can.
So what will be
this is my MSc project.
yeah. So I would request you to just spell one line of industry implication of your work.
Sir, we have limited land resources. We have to, within that limited land resources, we have to fulfill our demand. We have to fill the gap between our demand and consumption of paper. So there is no way in these are the ways in which we can improve the quality and quantity of raw material to fulfill our demand. So these are the methods. So using different new species like Columbia, Leucaena, Leucocephala, whether it may be exotic or indigenous, that doesn't matter, but we need to fulfill our demand. So bring that from foreign country, that doesn't matter, but we have to maintain our quality and we have to produce more to fulfill the demand of paper.
No, these species, it gives more in quantity or on the quality it will improve?
Yes, sir. The quality parameter we are comparing with the commercially eucalyptus cameldensis. The quality parameter is as equal with eucalyptus cameldensis. So it can replace eucalyptus cameldensis to Columbia because both are belongs to same family, Myrtaceae family. So we can replace it. As well as the growth parameter. So future the study elaborated that the growth parameter along with that pest and disease resistance. So these results are waiting, sir. After that we can say that completely replace or not. But nowadays, if you are considering pulp and paper parameters, the eucalyptus cameldensis commercially grown in India is at par with our parameters.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? So it's open for discussion. Any question?
Generally, we know that the Alzheimer's disease generally affects the old age person. Is it true or?
So yes.
Okay. Okay. Then, as we find that already that chemical got from that India, because usually we are eating that in raw form we are always eating. There is something like that. We are that buju no buju pod gita and buju no buju kha dita. From the starting point of view, now we are always eating.
Yes, sir. No, there is no other treatments in Alzheimer till now. First point you have said, Alzheimer is a late onset disease, which is the old age disease. That is true. That is the old age disease. In the first slide I have described. Yes.
So this certificate we got that for delivering oral presentation under Young Investigator Forum, and one paper I will publish. So we have published one paper that in Elsevier Publisher and the journal name is Tree, Forest and People, which having NAS rating around 18.93. You can see here there are many scientists there in this journal, and my name is here. I am from that College of Forestry, Kerala Agriculture University. Okay, this is the journal. So thank you for watching.